We're back with another East Asia Soft Showcase, this time featuring titles we've got planned for September and October. Are you ready? Let's get started. First up, take the role of a legendary space samurai in Wind of Shuriken. Along with your robot companion, you'll embark on a critical mission to free 4 planets from martial law using your mastery of the katana. Wind of Shuriken is an intense action platformer that blends old-school gameplay mechanics with high-definition graphics and handcrafted stages. Employ the skills of both ninja and samurai as you slice through a wide variety of mechanical and organic enemies, dodge bullets, avoid traps, and leap through obstacles along your path. Then blast off for side-scrolling shoot-'em-up sequences in your flight between planets. Take the mission on solo, or team up with a friend to control your robotic partner in multiplayer co-op. Wind of Shuriken leaps onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, and PS4 September 8th. Our next title, Hat Up, stars a cute little purple humanoid as he navigates tricky puzzle stages that change depending on whether he's wearing his Fez-style hat or not. Hat Up is a precision platformer with single-screen stages where the objective is to avoid spikes and other traps while collecting keys and toggling platforms on and off. Are you clever enough to escape each level and move on to the next challenge? Hat Up arrives on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. Just this summer, our first entry in new OTOKO-themed puzzle series OTOKO Cross flipped the script on sexy reveal mechanics by featuring a cast of cross-dressing young men as it launched on Steam. Now, OTOKO Cross Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire is set to arrive on consoles for the first time. Featuring 60 stages of tile-matching challenges and 5 memorable characters to win over, this instant fan favorite offers unlimited replay value and dozens of unique outfits to unlock. Race against the clock to get your scores onto the global leaderboard or disable the timer for more casual play with useful hints and assists. OTOKO Cross Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire makes its console debut on Nintendo Switch, PS5, and PS4 in September. Also making a splash on new platforms, Freezer Pops is making the jump to PlayStation. Freezer Pops is a Barra visual novel where you take the role of young Brazilian game developer Alexander as he tries to take control of his career and love life. Visit locals throughout the neighborhood, meet romanceable guys, and get ready as the competition heats up selling gourmet freezer pops on the beach. Make decisions and dialogue choices to affect how the story develops and which of the guys helps Alexander solve his troubles. Freezer Pops comes to PS5 and PS4 in September 2022. The world is in danger. Evil forces from the past have come to destroy our planet, and the only individual that Mrs. President trusts to save our lives is a super skilled spy chicken. In Super Chicken Jumper, you'll take the role of this feathered secret agent as he defends the free world in a run-and-gun action experience that's got a little bit of everything, including a cast of anime girls to guide you. Traverse 6 unique worlds and shoot your way through tons of enemies until you become a legend. Run, jump, dodge, destroy, and kill anything in your path. Can you save the world from ruin? Or are you just a chicken? Super Chicken Jumper blasts onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. There's nothing Maggie the Magnet loves more than scientific experiments. She's an animated magnet capable of turning her magnetic powers on and off whenever she wants. Sensing the potential for scientific discoveries, she opened her own lab, and now she needs someone to oversee the experiments. Are you up for the task? Maggie the Magnet is a physics-based puzzle game centered around a single action button. Holding it down enables Maggie's magnetic powers, making her fly in the direction of the magnet point. Releasing it allows Maggie to perform all sorts of aerial stunts as she flies over gaps using gravity and built-up momentum. Fling Maggie around the laboratory and experiment with the unique layout of more than 150 challenging levels. Maggie the Magnet swings onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. Massacre waves of sentient geometry as you attempt to survive the first-person gunslinging challenges of Rule Number 1. In this arena-based FPS with a dash of roguelite randomness, your one job is to blast everything in sight while dodging incoming threats. Clear waves of metal menaces and their pixelated minions to keep your spicy female player character from biting the dust. Featuring a foul-mouthed pro-tag that'll tell you off for making her die and respawn too often, Rule Number 1 is fourth-wall-breaking fun that's accessible enough to train up newcomers to the genre and intense enough to help veterans hone their skills. Sit situational awareness is paramount to success, especially as difficulty escalates into bullet hell territory. No playthrough will be the same, making this an FPS experience you can keep coming back to anytime, if the alluring heroine wasn't already enough to tempt you into another run. Rule number 1 hits Nintendo Switch, PS5, and PS4 in fall 2022. Until the Last Plane is the story of people who fought in World War II, brave pilots who soared through the skies, and the engineers who supported them by maintaining their aircraft. In Until the Last Plane, you've been assigned to manage an airfield. Spend your resources wisely, recruit pilots, and craft the right parts for your planes. When you're ready, send a squadron out to accomplish the next crucial mission. Gameplay in Until the Last Plane is varied, challenging, and customizable, from repairing planes and managing your workshop to completing mini-games to drop bombs during missions and more. Master each task to keep the war machine running in your favor. Until the Last Plane swoops onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. Do you have what it takes to reach the top of the motorsport world? Your story in Super WODEN GP will see your career grow from limited resources and budget to championships across a multitude of intense racing events. Buy a cheap car and sign up for your first races. Then use your winnings to acquire better vehicles, compete in bigger races, and advance to the top. Explore rally races, arcade mode, endurance events, and more in nostalgic isometric style. Inspired by genre classics of the 90s, Super WODEN GP offers a huge lineup of vehicles and presents its career options through an intuitive world map interface. Collect more than 70 cars by 6 manufacturers. Race through an extensive campaign mode, dozens of circuits, rally stages, and championships on your road to victory, all set to a brilliant soundtrack to keep you moving at top speed. Super WODEN GP races onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms in fall 2022. Cinematic first-person adventure 41 Hours stars Ethan, a workaholic scientist and capable field combatant in search of his long-lost wife. Accompanied by a mysterious woman that seems to possess superhuman powers, Ethan takes up conventional armaments while learning to manipulate time, cloak for enhanced stealth, use portals for teleportation, and employ telekinetic abilities against the paramilitary forces that stand in his way. Explore 41 Hours' complex narrative through voice dialogue, illustrated cutscenes, and strategic combat scenarios across 11 compelling chapters. Along the way, you'll discover extraterrestrial environments and overcome brain-teasing puzzles that require more than straightforward battlefield prowess. Adapt, survive, and uncover the truth in 41 Hours when it arrives on PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. A new game type is joining our popular Pretty Girls lineup. Pretty Girls Escape is a block puzzler where the objective is to clear blocks of the same color by moving them left or right. As you match and connect, lines will disappear and allow character blocks stacked on top to drop further down the screen. Get the character blocks to the exit at the bottom of the stack, and you win. As you progress, new outfits will be revealed and unlocked for your female companions, which can then be viewed in dressing room mode or even used to create your own dioramas with the girls you meet. Pretty Girls Escape drops onto Nintendo Switch, PS5, and PS4 in fall 2022. Long ago, High Wizards created the Soul Orb, and for ages it helped the kingdom prosper. Now it calls to one young man in his dreams, and he becomes determined to discover its location. Finding the Soul Orb is a medieval fantasy game where you use a crossbow both as a weapon against creatures of the night as well as a tool to solve environmental puzzles across 12 immersive chapters. Presented in first-person perspective, this is a story-driven adventure that blurs the line between haunting realism and surreal dreamscapes. A journey that tests the mind and will of the player in one instance and invites exploration and discovery the next. Will you survive to see it through? Finding the Soul Orb arrives on PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms this fall. Join Ninja Robot's Robu and Bytron as they race to recover Power Skulls stolen by Georacu's 6 henchbots in high-speed action platformer GAIDEN. Slicing everything in their path, Robu and Bytron must reach their destination quickly. The henchbots grow stronger with time and exposure to the skulls. The faster you go, the easier the fight. However, going faster means putting yourself in harm's way and trying to figure out the most efficient path through each stage. Featuring an innovative take on cooperative multiplayer and loads of secrets to discover, GAIDEN is a love letter to the 16-bit classics that players enjoyed mastering together, while also issuing a worthy challenge to modern speedrunners. GAIDEN is coming soon to Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox platforms. And that does it for this East Asia Soft Showcase. Quite a lineup, don't you think? As always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you playing all of these exciting new indies as they fill the months ahead.